Alright, so I'm back here with a new video, and one of the things that I should be talking about, but I haven't really talked about, oddly enough, is about my workout. As you all know, I work out almost daily, okay? And one of the key components, of course, of working out is nutrition. Diet, nutrition, okay, whatever you call it, is part of working out. Working out, lifting weights, or you going to the gym, or just walking, or biking. I also bike right now. Those are good, but that's just part of working out. Okay, working out means that it must be the totality. So one of the key ingredients, the key components of working out is of course nutrition, what you eat. And because we have to admit it, whatever we work out, we must also replenish what we lost, and what we lost is replenished by eating. Okay. Now, what is one of the things that I'm also a big believer of is about keto. Okay, keto diet. What is keto diet? Keto nutrition. Okay. Well, keto diet means that you don't eat carbohydrates in general, especially the really very rich carbohydrate food. Okay. Very oddly enough, so again, um, here in the Philippines, one of the staple, okay, the staple food of many Filipinos is rice. And rice is very rich in carbohydrates. And so that's one thing that we have to discuss. Now, what is carbohydrates? Carbohydrates is essentially food that okay fuels our body. It's fuel. Carbohydrates act as fuel. And most of carbohydrates is made out of sugar. Okay. Well, sugar in general. Okay. And of course that's what makes most carbohydrates. Now, sugar, of course, is a great fuel, a great fuel. But for nutrition, if we're going to talk about nutrition, actually, sugar isn't really that needed, especially now these days. These days, our lifestyle tends to be on the sedentary side. Sedentary side. Though, does that mean? Well, it means that we spend most of the time, more time sitting, okay, sitting or not being that active. Most of the time as well because of our jobs. You have to admit it. Many people today, especially in the city, okay, in the cities, our jobs, our jobs are inside offices, okay, in desks, sitting on desks, okay, and most of the time now in front of the computer, or if not in front of the computer, at least we're sitting. That's the nature of jobs in the cities these days. It doesn't give us much opportunity to go and okay be active. Now, okay, if you have a car or you have a vehicle, that takes much of the activity away as well, because the only activity you have would be walking a bit inside the house, then going to the garage, and then going to your car or motorcycle, then going to work. Now, if you're commuting, of course, you might be walking a bit, okay, walking a bit, and then going to the bus stop, or going to the LRT, MRT here in Metro Manila, okay, avoiding the subway, okay, that kind of thing, okay. Of course, you walk a bit, but then again, most of the time after that one, we spend our days again behind the desks, sitting around. Okay? We're not going to move much, and so that contributes to our sedentary lifestyle. And then we don't. Many people these days as well don't even have exercise. But what leads to obesity? Okay, that's another thing. What leads to obesity? Given, given the fact that we have a semi-sedentary lifestyle. Okay. Why is it that obesity is on the rise these days? Is it because of the food? And the answer is actually yes. Now take a look at back in the 60s, 50s, 60s, okay, even 70s, you know. What you notice, there's less people are obese than there is now, and because there's a lot less people eating not just fast food, but then number one actually is that eating junk food, and especially eating sweets, okay? And most of the sweets that we eat have what? Sugar. And another thing is that um, a lot of people here in the Philippines, especially here in Metro Manila, they have extra rice. We go for extra rice. I was wondering, why do we need extra rice? What for? Extra rice is only if you are very active. If you're active, if you're running around, okay, or you're an athlete, you will need all that energy. That's natural. But if you are just going to sit around all day behind the desk, okay, or in front of the computer, in front of the monitor, you don't actually need extra rice. You actually don't even need a lot of rice. So that's why, like I said, it's very important that to take out all carbohydrates, or at least the major ones that cause obesity, or make one fat. Now, once you take out carbohydrates, or actually just for example limit it, not totally taking out, then you will see something good. There's going to be a change. You will see that you're going to get slimmer. Okay? Why is that happening? Because now your body, okay, is eating out the fat. I understand that while you are eating, okay, while you're eating, what does your body use as fuel? It's carbohydrates. It's not going to be fat. That's why you store fat. Because the body uses fat as an emergency. Okay, an emergency right now. As long as we eat carbohydrates, it will store fat, because now fat is going to be used only for emergency. For example, if you're not eating much, then your body will of course eat on all the fat. But it will not eat fat, or okay, it will not use fat as for energy while you're eating carbohydrates. That's the thing, okay? That's why you have to stop carbohydrates, or at least limit it first. Now, I'm not much of an expert when it comes to all these things, I have to admit, okay? I only know the basic. That's just a basic thing, okay? We eat carbohydrates. Carbohydrates give us fuel. Our body uses carbohydrates as fuel, and so whatever protein, okay, protein that we eat as well, okay, protein, it gets stored. It's not going to be used that much, because this thing is going to be stored, because now our body is just using carbohydrates. That's the thing that's using up. So in order to free that up, you have to take out carbohydrate first. Now, like I said, when it comes to making the specifics, I'm not an expert on that, so I have this link below, okay, right in the description box, okay. Just click on that one, okay, and it will lead you to a site that would give you much better understanding, much more insight on this one, on keto diet, and what are the meal plans that are available for it. Because of course there's a meal plans for it, okay. So click on the link on that one below, okay, and then so that you learn more, okay. And like I said, I believe in working out. I work out daily. And like I said, again, nutrition is part of working out. And if you really believe in that, if you're working out and we're already having, you're exercising, that's great. But that's just one key component of the whole thing. Nutrition is the other. So now you should also have, you need to have that one. You also need to have a meal plan, a diet plan. And keto is one of the best. Okay, one of the best things to do in order to, for you to become the body, okay, the person that you want to be. Okay, so click on the link below. Okay, it's right in the description box. Also comment down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.